So that's it, Corvus? People are dying, and you turn a blind eye because you're busy?
I wouldn't expect a deserter and a thief to understand the Legion's duties. Look after yourself, Hook. You always have.
Well, I suppose you saw that. It's been 20 years and Sergeant Corvus is still a stuck-up Colovian prig. 2 lives cut short. But we were deserters, so he thinks we got what we deserved. Damn it all. Maybe he's right. Almo and Regnir. Comrades in my Legion days, then fellow outlaws after. We called ourselves the Scarlets. Sorry, the name's Hook. Back when the Gold Road was rich, I led the gang. But we got caught. Did our time. We're not thieves anymore. If I get what's coming to me, so be it. The price of being a thief. But we left that life years ago. The other Scarlets don't deserve to die. Can you help me gather the crew? Protect them from whoever's hunting us? I can pay you. Thief's honor. I think we'll get along, friend. Here, let me mark your map. I know where you can find 3 of the surviving Scarlets. Big Erm, Fallen Knives, and Valenia. Tell them to go to the Skingrad Outlaws Refuge. I'll be waiting there. Right. I'm not exactly sure how many of us are left. Big Erm, Fallen Knives, and Valenia are the only ones I've been able to track down so far. Big Erm, our chaplain, and a poet too. She penned the words to our one rule. She could have settled down in a temple, but we needed someone who could bust down doors. Heard she had some trouble to deal with out at Varen's watch. Not much to say about Knives. He was half in the bottle back in our Legion days, and crawled all the way in after we served our time. But I'd rather have him chugging than thieving, I guess. Last I heard, he was in Ontus. Ah, Valenia. There were times I wondered why she chose a thief's life. She had family back in Valenwood. Could have gone home any time, but I was grateful she stayed with us. She's in Vashabar now. Oh, forget it. Nothing, I suppose. Just daydreaming. Valenia and I were close once. Enough of that. That was 20 years ago. There are lives in danger today. Valenia's life, too. We should focus on that. Thief, highwayman, brigand, outlaw. I'd be richer than Count Calantius if I had a gold piece for every name they gave us. That's not who the Scarlets are anymore. Once we were legionaries. Good ones, even. We were pressed into joining Emperor Morikar's invasion of Western Skyrim. A damn foolish thing. No surprise he's not here anymore. We barely survived. And when we finally straggled home, there was nothing left for us. Aye, no different than abandoning a ship when it sinks. We Scarlets are survivors, and that's what we did. Took a lesson from Morikar's Reachmen. They stole to keep their bellies full, so we did too. Everything but lives. The Scarlets had a rule. Take from those who can spare some, take nothing from any that can't be undone. Hard times never seem to touch the fortunes of the rich. Still the same today, I reckon.
Narain needs to learn to hunt. You know it's time, Regamore.
She will, but not from you.
Who's that stranger?
I knew it! Trouble follows you again, Mother. Lorraine, to me, now.
This is not a good time, stranger. If you have business with me, make it quick. Oh. Oh no. Someone is hunting the Scarlets. It's just as my son feared. My past has caught up to me again. I should have known it when I found the note on my doorstep. The note said an old friend wanted me to meet them in the woods to the west. I don't have any old friends. I threw it away. But if what you say is true, it might be the killer waiting for me. I need to get Narain and my son away from here. Ah! Oh, it's only you. I convinced Regamore to take Narain and return to Marbrook. He didn't need much persuading, so long as I promised to stay away until I was sure it would be safe. I suppose it's for the best. Was anyone waiting in the woods? A spyglass? They were watching me and my family. A family I barely even know myself. I should have known someone with a past like mine doesn't get to retire and watch their grandchildren grow up. I'll have to. If something happened to my family on my account, I couldn't live with it. I have to face my past, the years in prison, Calum Vineyard, the fire, all of it. But I haven't even spoken to Hook since... Never mind. The night before we hit the Kylam vineyard, Hook was supposed to return for a second scout before we broke in, an extra precaution. Instead, he wanted to meet that night to talk about... us. We were, but I was married. He urged me to leave the Scarlets after we split the vineyard prize, go back to my family. But I loved the thrill of it all. Prison changed that. By the time I got out, I wanted nothing to do with the Scarlets. I'll need some time to make arrangements in case I don't come back. But I'll be there. For the others and for my family. I promise.
Had to come see. One thing the wood elf would never pass up, a fresh pint of Jager poured straight in their cup. Sweeter than blood froth and smoother than honey, a full mug of Jager makes everything sunny.
Dendar, give me the patience to wait out this Akatosh take me, but I grow tired of waiting. I do not know you. Is there something you need, stranger? I can't talk long, or else the thief hiding in that ruin might give me the slip. The Eight watch over us. After all this time, Scarlet's murdered. Of course I'll meet with Hook, but I can't leave yet. I'm stuck here until my quarry shows his head. I was penning some verses when a pickpocket stole a ring right off my finger. Now he's holed up in Varen's watch. I would go in after him, but I sense something impure lurking inside. And I'm not the orc I used to be. The Imperial Legion gave me that ring back when I served as a proud member of the Scarlets. It ordained me as chaplain of the squad. The ring is proof before the divines of who I once was. I can't bear to lose it. It's not that simple. Or perhaps it is. You're right. The ring is just an object. My faith and the choices I make are the only things that matter. And right now, my friends need me. I'll meet with Hook as you ask. Although I don't have much reason to enter the Outlaw's Refuge these days. May the Eight know my honest intentions. It's been a long time since I did anything adventurous, but I still recall my Legion training, and I trust the Divines will see that I have safe passage. May Stendarr watch over you, friend.
What's a jumped-up alligator gotta do to get a drink around here? My scales are dry enough to make a Vishkalil blush, and the barkeep says I can't afford the good stuff. Spare a coin so a self-loathing wretch can drink himself into oblivion? Let them try. You said Hook told you about this killer. He must be lonely. We agreed to split up for good after everything that happened. Now he wants us back? Our last job, the one we got sent to prison for, he didn't tell you? We got greedy after living off caravans. Hook scouts a vineyard, the Kylam estate. Says the family's traveling. A quick smash and grab, no one gets hurt. The family caught us. We made a break for it and people got hurt. Thanks for ruining what's left of my bottle. I'll take my chances here. Besides, with my tab, I'd lose my tail if I tried to run off to Skinkrat. If you part with your coin for me, I'll follow you anywhere. But the swill they serve here isn't worth a sacrifice like that. A Scarlet would find the ledger in Lorina's house and trim its leaves. No record, no debt. Simple. Really? It's a healthy amount of gold. That's the problem with drinking as an Argonian. It takes a lot to put us in our cups. By the time the ale kicks in, all your coin's been kicked out. Well, well. Aren't you a generous soul? I'd play a song for you from my Vosa sattel, but I bartered it for, well, you know. I'll amble over that way, sure. Hook can buy me a round or two for my trouble. Of course, if there's really a killer on my tail, and they see me wobbling on the road, I'll just hide in some tall grass. Safe from what? A mysterious murderer? Who's to say whether Hook is jumping his shadows? I'm sorry some old comrades are dead, but thieves die every day. If it's my time, it's my time. Don't worry. I'll make it to Skingrad.
The Grandea's is safe, and the Imperials are gone. Our lives can begin again.
Please, make yourself comfortable, traveler. There's plenty of ale to go around.
You get to see it all in my line of work. The richest of the rich, and the poorest of the poor. Knaves and nobles bump shoulders while the tavern wench watches. Sometimes she sees too much. That's when it's time to move on.
To race?
These places always remind me of where I grew up. It's comforting. I feel more at home here than anywhere.
I know. The law won't forget our mistakes, but this time we do the right thing. We can catch this coward together. Good timing, friend. Come, let's give the others some space. Good, you're back. My old comrades showed up shortly before you did. Thank you for getting them here. We all came to an understanding. If the law won't deal with whoever's killing the Scarlets, the job falls to us. There are a few souls down here who owe me favors. They keep their ears to the ground. If anyone hears a whisper about this murderer, we'll know. In the meantime, I have another job for you. There's a Scarlet I need you to chase down. Naku, the squad's sapper. He was a hard one to track down, so I focused on him while you were out bringing these three to roost. It was pure luck I found him at all. Overheard a drunk prospector at the tavern yell his name. Back wallowing in the dirt just like the old days. He's prospecting down south of the city at some played-out mine. Seems Naku isn't quite so sure the place is done. Always was an optimist. Anyway, we need him here. Naku's as stubborn as a stump, but if you got knives to part with his drink, however briefly, and come here, then this shouldn't be too hard. We'll keep looking for leads on the murderer while you're gone. I don't relish telling that particular story, but I suppose you deserve to know. It's not like the people...